The long-awaited rehabilitation of the Nairobi-Nanyuki Old Railway Line is finally concluding with the reopening of the Thika-Nairobi section. The revamping of the meter gauge railway is also being initiated in other regions in the country to boost the transport sector in the country.
After a decade of deafening silence at the Thika railway terminus, the sound of a cargo engine wakes up one of the country's industrial zone. The return of the train has been necessitated by the rehabilitation of the 178-kilometer Nairobi-Thika-Nanyuki meter gauge railway. The infrastructure, which comes as a huge relief to industries that usually transport goods and bulk via road, is expected to significantly reduce the cost of doing business for firms that are already reeling from the unfavorable economic status caused by the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. At least 6 agricultural, marketing, processed fuel and vegetable oil manufacturers are among other industries in Thika that have already committed to transporting cargo through the train. 12 more companies from the vast Mount Kenya region have reportedly expressed interest to use the revamped railway network that will be much faster and reliable than road. Some of the firms currently enjoying the rail services include Del Monte Kenya Limited, which has been moving at least 2,400 tons of cargo every week to the port of Mombasa.
The road haulers need to go through the current road conditions, speed bumps, potholes, and this disrupts the contents of the container. And sometimes there's a certain amount of damages by the time the container gets to the customer, which is in Europe or UK, and it takes roughly 40 days to get there. So there could be some damages occurring, but we find with the rail the transition is much smoother, and we get less customer complaints using the rail.
We will revive the commuter train to Nanyuki as we used to do. What we are saying is that once you revive a railway service, it is not only movement of goods, which is key, it is also the movement of people, because these people are the ones who will actually facilitate the trade. So we will actually introduce the commuter trains.
Kenya Railways Corporation Operations Manager James Ciele says the rehabilitation of the Thika-Nanyuki railway line is over 80% complete, and that already 8 locomotives designated to ferry passengers and cargo. The corporation has also embarked on the revival of all the stations along the old line in Murang'a, Kirinyaga, Nyeri and Laikipia counties to spur economic development in the entire central region.
Watu wanatoka Thika wakiingia Nairobi ni watu wengi kabisa, kwa sababu watu wanafanya kazi Nairobi na wanalala Thika, na especially kwa sababu sasa mawasiliano inakuwa sawa kabisa. Kwa hivyo niseme hivi, ingekuwa tena ya maana sana tulete mpaka ile leri ambayo ama ile train ambayo itaweza kuchukua wachukuzi wenyewe ama ichukue passengers wenyewe iwafikishe Thika.
The revival of the commuter train is targeting about 20,000 passengers each day, starting 1st July 2020, when rehabilitation of the 3 billion shillings project is expected to be complete. Seth Olale, NTV.